Hello. Okay, let me make sure. We should be live here, but I just want to make sure. I just want to double check here. Yep, yes, we are. All right, cool. Hey, do me a favor. Share this video, because one of the biggest issues, and I've been talking to my producer about it, is that the Republican Party have this big problem with their messaging, right? Because the Democrats right now, they're telling everybody that the Republicans are not trying to do everything they can to help America not go into default. But that's not true. Not too long ago, the Republicans just passed a bill in the House for the debt limit. And the Democrats are all saying that, well, it's not even a real bill. It doesn't apply to anything. The problem is that the Republicans have a terrible messaging. And I'm going to share some of the information on why this is taking place. Now, the Democrats, they want you to depend on the government and not even work. So just depend on the government and not even work for yourself. That's part of the reason why we saw a whole bunch of small businesses collapse. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of these small businesses won't ever come back because the leftist federal government, they want everyone to fall into place of socialism, straight up communism. And they know what they're doing. They've been doing this. All this is by design. I'm going to share what the Republicans have. They've been saying it, like Kevin McCarthy, they've been saying it, but they haven't been really clear on it. And this is really interesting because this is something that I brought up years and years and years ago, even before I even picked up my first camera, thinking about getting it even into talking about politics and religion and just world events. People, when you get government assistance, right? And I said this even because the reason why I dawned on me, because I had family members that were taking advantage of the system. And they would sit on the couch every single day and not do anything. And they just wait on the government check to come, you know, the first of the month. They've even made hip hop songs, the first of the month. Made songs back in the day, the first of the month, right? They made all these songs about it. But anyways, so the Republicans in this debt bill and the Democrats, they're actually angry about it. In the debt bill, the Republicans saying, look, if you're going to be getting government assistance, then you should be working. You should have to do something to earn it, right? Especially if you're an able body. If you're capable of getting up and going to work and you're just sitting at home collecting a government paycheck, you should have to do something, some kind of community service. The Republicans actually put that into the debt bill. And the Democrats, they're angry with that because they don't want you to work for yourself. They want you to depend on the government. Listen to some of the information in this article that explains all of this in detail.
Work requirements emerge as a flashpoint in debt ceiling spending talks. As Washington struggles to reach a debt ceiling deal with more than a week until potential default, a key hang-up in the negotiations is turning out to be work requirements. A long-sought effort by Republicans to impose stricter conditions on recipients of Medicaid and other federal assistance programs is now front and center in the debt ceiling standoff. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has described tougher work requirements as a red line in his ongoing negotiations with Biden to reduce federal spending in exchange for addressing the debt ceiling. He said, "We want to make sure people take people from poverty to jobs. It is only for people who are able-bodied with no dependents."
Let me stop it real quick. You hear that? They want to take you from poverty to jobs. They want people to be successful. And see, I didn't understand this when I was younger because I was always told that the Democrat Party was a party for people like me, that look like me. Right. I was always told that, which is nothing but a bunch of lies because the Democrat Party wants to control people. It's actually the Republican Party. And see, the Republican Party saying that they're not doing this for a specific group of people. They're doing this for the American people because they want everybody in America to be successful. That's just the opposite of communism. It's like a no-brainer here. Continue.
He continued, "I don't think it's right that we borrow money from China to pay somebody who has no dependents, able-bodied, to sit on the couch." Several Democrats, however, have said the GOP's proposed work requirements are a non-starter. As McCarthy digs in his heels on work requirements, an analysis group from The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office found the changes outlined in the Limit, Save, Grow Act would reduce federal spending by $120 billion over the next decade. That's a relatively small amount, just 2.5% of the $4.8 trillion total the bill is projected to save in costs over the time span. The Republicans would ramp up work requirements for some recipients of Medicaid, temporary assistance for needy families, and supplemental nutritional assistance programs. The most savings, $109 billion, would come from Medicaid changes, which would require able-bodied adults to participate in work-related activities for at least 80 hours a month. The SNAP changes
Wait a minute. 80 hours a month. We're not even talking about 40 hours a week. We're talking about, this is like, is that even considered part-time? We're talking 80 hours
20
a
hours
month?
a week.
20 hours a week for sitting on your butt doing nothing. I think this is absolutely positive, because you know what? The mindset, what would take place is that people will go, well, if I'm having to work, I might as well go get a job. Think about that. Because people won't be able to sit on the couch and just collect the government check any longer without doing anything. They're going to start thinking to themselves, well, if I have to do this, I might as well go to work. I might as well go to work and make more money than what I'm doing here, since I'm going to have to go out and work anyways. But see, the Democrats, they never tell anybody. And let me tell you this, another thing that the Democrats use as a scare tactic. The Republicans never talked about doing away with Social Security. The Republicans actually talked about protecting Social Security. The Democrats use that as a talking point to put fear into people thinking, oh my goodness, Republicans will take away our benefits. And I've retired. I've done all this. They're not doing that. Stop believing that lie. Continue.
Biden opened the door to considering some work requirements, but insisted they wouldn't affect people's health care or any other area of consequence. He said, I'm not going to accept any work requirements that's going to impact on medical health needs of people. But of course, that is not in the bill anyways. McCarthy subsequently laughed off Biden's comments, saying at a press conference, anything that has consequences, that is the senator who voted for work requirements.
So think about that, everybody. The Republicans actually passed a bill for the debt limit. The Democrats are fighting against it because they don't like what's in it. The Democrats are actually saying that the bill that the Republicans passed is not a real bill, as if they constantly saying that the Republicans are not coming to the table. The Republicans have been at the table multiple times. The Democrats refuse to sit down with them. McCarthy's been over 100 days now trying to connect with Joe Biden. Joe Biden refused to do it, refused to connect with them. They know that and the reason being is because the Democrats want to incorporate everything that is considered to be wokeism. Everything that is considered to be woke, the Democrats want that in the bill. They don't want stuff in the bill that's going to actually make people get off their backside and actually go work. Please help me understand. Please help me understand. You know, I work every single day, even on my days off. My producer, she's like, man, you need to stop talking about it. You need to get away from it. Stop working for a minute. I have to vegetate sometimes and go to like just watch a movie or something. But other than that, I still spend as some part of the day working. Some part of the day working, because this is what we have to do. I don't want to get a government hand. I don't want the government to control me, to own me. And you always hear the left talking about how Republicans are always racist, right? How do you think that they used to do black people back in the day? They used to control black people, and they told black people what they can and can't have. And that's the situation that we're in right now today. They want to be able to tell you what you can and cannot have. Republicans are saying, hey, you can have whatever you want. Just go to work. Have whatever you want. Just go to work. Democrats want to do the opposite. If you like the information that I shared in this video, please, please, please share it out. Share it out. Hit the share button on this. Please share this video. People need to know. The Republicans are doing the right thing. It's the Democrats that are fighting it because they want wokeism in the bill. People should have to work. People should have to work. Stop with all the handouts. That's socialism. Share this video. God bless.